and then society unravels. And that's what I was saying in the longer podcast with Kyle. It's what's happening to Portland, not so much that little protest between those guys there. The Bible believers and you're going to hell, and the others fuck off Nazi, and they're just like repeat, robot. There's a lot of that going on both sides, and then just like wow.
There's no really thinking, and you don't have to be a freaking genius to think. You don't have to be a scholar. You don't have to go to college to think about things. You know, basically thinking involves like an empathy. But a real, not just empathy, but a real freaking like pure form of empathy. You know, you can't be like unpure of empathy. There's no freaking like.
The solar flare and the whole fire thing. By fire, Earth to be scorched by fire. Humanity's walking to the fire.
Oh, we're in the fire.
We're in the fire. We didn't start the fire.
And that's not even like
the
retarded.
Billy
That's
Joel
like
song.
Serious fucking shit. That's where we're at.
Right. And we're not just
That's
talking
not
about,
just
not
like
just talking about
acting
flags
like
burning.
an artsy face.
It's not just flags
It's like
burning.
reality.
Oh, you know, you talk about even Alex Jones, who's
And
like
it's not just the United States; it's everywhere in the world.
Alex Jones, the Archon. Brush fires in the minds of men. That's a mind virus, like spellbind shit.
Yeah.
Like
brush
fires in the minds of men. And then you see a bunch of people like possessed, like 5 years later, like Donald Trump, Hillary for prison.
Oh, Hillary.
This is.
I like women.
They want to sodomize that.
Donald Trump. I hate women. I want to rape women.
I haven't talked about this yet. I have a hypothesis that some of the Hillary haters really just want to have sex with her. Something about her genetics being
That's really fucked up.
Well, it's that blue blood energy. It's that reptilian. It's like the way that some people like the hot blonde, but she's like an aged one.
Get over it, you lost.
You know, there's also a psychosis going on too. It's like I didn't have a dog in that fight. Yeah, I didn't have a dog in that fight. Get over it.
I just want to retract from society more than I've ever done, and I've been doing it for a long time. I mean, like, this is really rough shit. I mean, like, come on, dude. I mean, like, people are like, holy shit, I thought that I was freaking already disappointed with humanity. You know, I was like, oh, man, humanity sucks. But you know what? I can find the silver lining to this shit. And then, BAM! And I'm like, what the fuck? I was trying to find a silver lining! There's some silver lining somewhere, right? And no, not at all. There you get, big fucking shit sandwich. You know, that's what you get. There's no silver lining. There's shit under that silver.
Could you be more specific? What are people saying?
That's just what I'm saying, man. I mean, come on, man. I mean, like...
Because you're still interacting with the public.
Yeah, I am. And they're all a bunch of white supremacists.
Oh,
and they don't even know it. They're just like, boy, you like their play, you better leave. I'm like, fuck.
Just randomly?
And even the people,
they just want to go, how are you doing? If you don't like it, you better leave.
Pretty much.
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you like your cream with your coffee? You know,
I mean, there's
coffee
just a bunch
shop talk
of
in the new America.
white supremacists that think it's freaking awesome.
Really?
You know, everything's good. I was like, no, everything's not good. Everything's not good at all.
Okay, folks, in the podcast, we're listening to a white guy talk about white supremacists.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. He must hate white people. No, I mean, well, really, how are they giving themselves away when they were just walking around going, we gotta do something about, like, you know, people down the street? How was that Taco Bell? And
if you're white and you live in America,
right,
and you like your freaking neighborhood, and you like your car, and you like where you live, then you're a fucking white supremacist. I mean, that's pretty much how it goes, dude. If you support this system, then you're a fucking white supremacist. That's the hardcore reality of it. I mean, I don't even give a fuck with
controversial.
It's pretty controversial.
We left turn, real back. Okay, but are they coming in just echoing shit off the news? They just start small talk like,
no,
hey,
it's the nature of America.
They
this
go,
whole system.
They look at you and they nudge you with their elbow and go, You ever hear about the alt right? And they go wink, wink,
Oh.
wink, wink. No, I mean.
Yeah. You know what, man? Hey, you know my grandpa had a.
Have you ever? Hey, let me turn you on to this guy Milo, and out comes this car to this metrosexual, this bleached hair, and his, Milo.
No.
You don't know Milo? The leading speaker for the alt right is not to bash him if he is homosexual.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
He's definitely a metrosexual.
Yeah.
Where it's like you got Alex Jones running around talking about all these.
And the other dude gets punched all the time.
All these men are feminized because of the plastic bottles. That's why they're with these women over here that aren't for Trump. They're fucking walking around like a little fucking possessed beetle. Oh, but then you look at this guy Milo, who's like this leader of the alt right. It's like, what the fuck happened to you, dude? It's like, dude, I don't think your problem's with the immigrants. It's whatever you've got going on. Because the dude ain't in the bleach.
Of course, that's exactly what it is. Dude, because they don't really believe what they're saying. They fucking believe in freaking like.
I don't know. I think they all have an alien master at this point.
Yeah.
There's got to be like a Zorro, like behind the curtain that like owns a bloodline. Like
with a bunch of little brain tentacles.
I represent the Aryan perfection. It is through this vessel. It is through this vessel that I will repopulate new galaxies as I destroy the world.
Are that stupid?
As I destroy the we're talking about an archon, so a counterfeit
an
god.
Archon.
So
they just work on everyone,
make a plenty, have a bunch of babies because we need a bunch of slaves for our thing, and then we'll go to a new planet. Then we do it again. And we do it again. This is an idea. It's just
I just believe this is what I believe is happening right now. Is I believe.
How about this? How about this?
Check it out. Check it out.
I want to believe in Donald Trump and his flying saucer, with him with his thumbs up.
Yeah.
Living in America, I want to believe he's legit. Flying saucer. All right.
Well, check this shit out. I believe that what's happening. Well, I don't believe. I'm just making this shit up out of my ass, but it's a cool idea. Actually, Donald Trump and all this shit's like a freaking. When you pop a blackhead and you get and it comes out of its pore. When you freaking when you take poison or when shit works out of you, when you freaking working the poison out of your system,
every
thing
moment
comes to things come to the freaking top, right? Shit fucking comes to the top. So what we're doing right now is we're working all this shit to the top. And at that point, for not to be a,
humanity's puking like it's on ayahuasca.
White supremacy is being puked to the top, and then we're gonna take him out, dude. Because it's not in any of our freaking best favors to have this shit around.
They're getting punched in the face a lot lately.
Yeah, they're getting punched in the face, but they're gonna get a lot more.
And I don't necessarily support that, and I consider myself to be judged by them being a poster child for white genocide. So I want to step away from the controlled chaos, but I'm going to keep analyzing it. It's like, I don't know, like they got a bug in their head. Like all this nonsense started a few years ago, and now it's getting crazy, and they're going, deport the fucking libtards. But like the category for being a libtard is really like broad now. The left is like, ooh, it's even, it's 5 times bigger than before. And it's a really radical. And they all,
I'm a professional anarchist.
They all like ISIS and jihad and women being oppressed, and like Alex Jones does the talking points. And then his followers or listeners will troll me if I do a video about him saying the same thing he said the day before, like, your thoughts aren't your own. You're literally echoing like this weirdo named Alex Jones who now has like millions of you. So I bring him up because he's like this weird little gremlin anomaly next to the Trump thing because he did so much good perceivably early on, I guess, on a level, to so much, oh, shit, oh, man, you're like a fucking, whoa. Like 9/11, for example, woke a bunch of people up. Like, holy shit, that was a fucking big deception. Alex Jones is like another 9/11. Oh shit, that is an inside job. That is another like, whoa. Deception. Yeah, you wake up to that being like
it's pretty fucked up.
Like a bomb going off, and him going around going. The shit he was saying to the women, trying to provoke them in D.C. Like, I don't care about I've never been into an abortion thing.
But when you look at his shit from like 2001
just walking up and
shit,
fucking
dude,
with the abortion,
you would have never imagined he was the same guy.
Right.
That's fucked up. That's really fucked up shit. Like, go back and watch him in 2001 or some shit, dude.
People should. I have.
Pretty fucked up shit.
But even he was doing the Y2K thing.
I never trusted that dude after a while. I liked him for a little while because I lived in Austin, right? He was on public TV. I lived in Austin in 2000. And Alex Jones was first coming around, all those, You know, he's like, bro, and I was like, and these junkies I lived with were all like, and I was like, yeah, man, you know, we need more fucking, I mean, all this shit, and it all makes sense,
Ministry.
right? And he makes sense, and it was real simple at the time, but, dude, I don't know what he's gonna freaking kill himself. I think Alex Jones is gonna kill himself in the next 5 years.
A real suicide.
Yeah, like a real suicide, like freaking Robin Williams shit, dude.
Well, he's into some evil. We don't, to an extent we don't know, but it's high level in my opinion.
Yeah, I think
And
so too.
it's some satanic shit too, because big topic. But I mean, technology is definitely, it's not all bad, but yeah, it's.
I'm pretty sure.
Do we have something to compare this to in recent history? The mind control through technology that they represent and what they're doing now, we
There's
don't.
nothing.
This is all like a really new thing.
We're entering the new space dark ages.
You were mentioning that one, yeah.
The space dark ages.
And like I said earlier, dark ages, with the solar flare thing, we could go into
technology. It's weird.
After this large cycle, but we can go.
It's kind of like Star Wars, really.
We could go through an extended solar minimum.
We can do whatever we want, man.
If there's less sunlight and we're in a space dark age, things could be really transhumanistic. Also,
and that's true
like
too,
in the future, if we go through like a, who knows, the different directions. But I am telling you, with the solar flare
fun
thing,
to think about it, though.
These are, I think, the popular ones. Well, World War III, solar flare, robot rise, or World War III, robot rise, solar flare.
That's pretty crazy. Either of those are pretty crazy.
But the earlier one seems World War III, and robotics at like the later end. Or a cascade of solar flares, to where it's like, shit, we went through this thing, and then 10 years later, we go through another thing. And we keep trying to bounce back from this. So it may not be all at once.
Who knows?
We could be like going through like this part of the, But the changes to human behavior are going to be pretty extreme on all different types of levels.
Well, it's always the case when electromagnetic fields are freaking high.
And there's going to be a bunch of people running around saying they're ascended masters when they're not, babbling all types of shit from the 12th dimension. You always got to watch out for those in Seattle, Washington, 1980s.
But like that's the reason Donald Trump's doing all this shit right now, is because it's a minimum. You better fucking count on it. That's true, dude, because they already know this shit. Like I said, this solar flare shit is freaking baby talk to the freaking, the Illuminati. They're already, or the Illuminati, if they're human or not, they already they're like, here, you guys have this knowledge, useless worms.
I can tell you they have some interesting software programs.
They do.
That's for sure.
But the Illuminati are not necessarily benevolent. They're not helping Donald Trump. They're not helping anyone. They're not doing anything. They're just putting certain points in certain places. Certain things that happen go here. This thing that happens goes here. This thing that happens goes here. There is no, they're not coaxing people to be evil. They're just putting things in the position to give them an opportunity to be evil or good. And people take their choices, That's just what I believe the Illuminati are. They're definitely not human. That's for sure. They're not the Rothschilds or anything.
Donald Trump signed documents in front of a pentagram-looking symbolism.
I saw that, the Valor thing or whatever, dude. What's the fuck's up with that?
It's just my perception
that was like a Mason freaking shit.
People have theories that they're like trying to reduce their karma by showing things in plain sight. My guess is, for whatever reason, rather it's there because people have free will, so they're constantly being shown. Are you going to go along with this? Here's the obvious symbolism, and he stands like behind this other thing.
I don't really get into the symbolism they use, because everything they do is.
He stood right in front of this thing. He had devil horns all of a sudden. He stood in just the right spot. So it's like it's in plain sight, just to say this is what they represent. It sounds crazy, but I've seen it with Obama, for example. I've seen it with others. They do play that up, and they also play up that Messiah-like too aspect of the president. So they'll play both the devil and the angel.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of crazy. But for whatever reason,
Donald Trump killed babies in Yemen. And I was like, well, freaking Obama killed like 1 billion babies, these little robot troops. Come on. On that factor, that's the thing though. It's like
There was a History Channel show and it showed the Antichrist depicted as Obama, but not. They didn't say it's Obama. People were like, "Why the fuck does the Antichrist?" This is 2012. Look like Obama. And at that point, people were really thinking it was the Antichrist. They're
Come
really
on,
like, Alex Jones
Donald
never-
Trump's
they're all-
limousine's called the Beast.
So they play that shit. They really. It is.
His limousine's really called the Beast.
When I think Donald Trump, also I also think like Al Pacino in like that movie with Keanu Reeves. Where they're in New York, the lawyers. Devil's Advocate.
Devil's Advocate.
There you go. Donald
That
Trump has a
movie-
room like that.
Yeah, dude. You gotta...
With all types of shit. We're not going to talk about his daughter, but there's just weird talk up.
Oh, dude. No,
There's I can tell you, I'm convinced he and Hillary were fucking or are fucking. I don't really like to talk like that,
Dude.
but it's obvious.
You get over it. You lost.
And
You get over it. Yeah, you lost.
it's like it's a sports thing. You
Yeah.
like a sports
You
writer.
lost. It's like,
not
fuck Hillary, dude. I don't know what the fuck you're talking
Do people say you lost just the way
Yeah,
just
they
walking?
told me at work the other day. You get over it, you know. One of my jobs. My other job, everyone's pretty... Well, they're like the neoliberals, and I'm all like, oh, God.
Right.
Oh, yeah, because they're even worse. Because they think they're freaking right, but they're like totally the same thing. You know, freaking... God. They're just like, why can't we just have Hillary as president
Are
and
they
go
really?
back to the way we were?
I'm not around people who actually say that stuff because I'm not around people. I'm like, are there anybody? Is there anyone?
Well,
that
everyone's
supports
all like, resist, and I was like, resist just means I want Donald Trump gone, and then we'll go back to that debauchery. No, I don't want to resist. I want to revolt. I mean, like, and everyone's like, resist. They only want to go so far. They only want to go so far because they're lazy, stupid fucking fucks. They don't want to go all the way and revolt, or they'd say revolt. You know. So that alone made me realize who I'm amongst, you know, like that in reality, do I want to join a rebellion or a freaking, revolutionary army? Not really, because they just want to resist. They don't want what I want. Drama.
Gotta watch
You
out.
got enough
because-
drama just looking at the internet, dude.
Oh yeah. And
Yeah,
and the
your
portals
mind
open
is
up.
poisoned right now.
That's not poison. It's purified. The pineal gland is just aware of all. That's all.
pineal gland.
Like I said, I'm literally connected with the internet now. It's just
You are one with the internet.
and it's a lot to not all the time. It's not even on at the moment. But or rather the people on the internet. And the internet being the interface. So
That sounds
This
really
is-
fucked up.
this is-
I have the natural connection. But
I'm-
this makes sense. If you have the connection, and I have the connection to nature, and you have the connection to people, then obviously that works out. I guess at some point. But who knows?
yeah, because you it's hard to describe, but not all premonitions, but premonitions of things that may come up or messages that may pop up, or logging on at the moment sends me something to post to his website at that moment that I'm logging in. It's like, oh, just all synchronistic. I'm not even here. I'm just on autopilot. And I go outside and it's
interwebing.
nature, but it's limited, obviously. This isn't exactly a street to walk down. I mean, I could, but a lot of dogs. That's what it is.
Whoa,
The
dude.
dog over there. The dog over there.
That sounds pretty fun. So you don't go anywhere?
No.
Dude.
Well, I'm just now.
You're in the middle of the mountains and you don't go anywhere. And you have a car now.
Yeah, I have a car now.
You need to get some skis. You need to get a hobby other than looking at the internet, dude. I'm telling you, it'll do you some good. There's a ton of shit to do around here. We live in the fucking mountains. Just saying. Grab some snowshoes. I'm gonna.
Something other than civil unrest play-by-play. There's
dude,
nothing but
you're
that.
fucking. This is not good for you. It's not. And I'm ingesting this shit too that you are, but I at least get away,
Right.
and shit. I mean, like, that's not good. Some gnarly shit. You fucking doing that shit. You're just sitting here fucking. You haven't went for a walk or. You need to get some skis.
Well,
or
I went to
something.
town and I went inside the grocery store. And I walked around the aisles. And put on my invisibility cloak so I wouldn't look suspicious. Notice I shaved my head over the Christmas. Trying to be suspicious. Remember the beginning? Oh, you know what? It's okay. Trump's gonna deal with them. Wait, no, he won't. The federal judge is gonna let them all in. Ah, it fucking goes back and forth. These freaks, they got this thing coordinated. It's all fake. Federal judge, Donald Trump. Now they're fighting. Oh, Madeleine Albright, I'm gonna be a Muslim. I mean, it's literal, like they're playing a big theater.
It is.
So they're like torching America. Then this is how America dies. We're gonna be like.
This is how America dies.
Oh
dude.
shit.
We are there, dude. Here's the thing, dude. All that shit in 2008, or all that shit you were reporting on when you first started and shit, that shit is happening. This shit is here. It's not even just here, it's beyond here. It's like literally going on. Right? It's like happening. Like this shit's happening right now. Freaking, we don't know what's gonna happen, but the things are pretty bad, dude. I mean, like, we could have total economic collapse, which I'm good with. We could have anarchy in the streets, which I'm pretty good with too. We can have freaking, all kinds of good stuff. But I mean, not really good.
Right.
But I mean, for most people with families and stupid people. But dude, that shit's happening right now, dude. I guarantee you. This is never going to be the same, dude. The shit I had the past decade where I
well,
got
just take it well and just go back to like everything's normal.
But
the
I
next
always
day.
knew this
after all that nonsense.
Anyway, I mean, that's why I came over here and sold my land there, because I knew this was coming. I was like, fuck. I mean, I really liked what I was doing over there. I liked freaking hiking in the mountains and having no debt and owning my place and skiing all the time. But it was over. There's nothing I could really do about it. If I hung on to it, then I would have been fucked right now, because they would have kicked me off my fucking land, and I would have been homeless at a time like this where things are really fucked up.
Right.
That would have been really bad. So I made the right hop coming over here and doing this. Fucking. I mean, because things are really gonna be bad. I mean, there's no way around it at this point. If you don't think things are gonna be bad, you're fucking just ridiculous. I mean, like. I still plan on having a job for a while. I mean, the economy's not going to collapse or anything. We're just going. It actually could, but
every year it's predicted.
But it might not.
And the same people that predicted are predicting it. And of course, it's not going to be Donald Trump's fault. Yeah. It's going to be Janet Yellen's fault. Anybody but him. It's just the reverse of what they did with Obama.
I am sick of dealing with their failures, dude. These are not my problems. My problem is eating food. And pooping, and hiking mountains, and skiing. Those are my problems. They're trying to freaking make their problems my problems. I mean, like, there's no fucking way. You're making your problem my problem. This is where all this division comes from, is these motherfuckers trying to make their problem our problem. I don't fucking care if a mother, it's fucking, I don't know. Dude, I'm just, I'm done with this shit. And the whole immigration shit, dude. I mean, it's obvious where I stand. Fucking, I don't believe in borders. Fucking shit. The way I look at it, Mexicans are my strongest allies. It's not just the way I look at it, that's the way it is.
I mean, people are already talking about war with Iran all these years, and then Iran is on the list of countries.
Yeah, but that's why they're keeping Mexicans away from us, is because Mexicans are actually fucking shit up. And I'm down with them. They're my comrades, dude. I mean, seriously, I'm down. I want that virus to come up here. And fucking, I mean, like, spread like that. That's what they're really afraid of. They don't care about immigrants. They're scared of the revolution. Because it's happening down there. It's been happening down there. It's vibrating. And they could come up here. So they gotta block that off. Oh, no revolution here in America. Oh, no. It's bad. Yeah. But fuck. I mean, it's all you can do, dude. I can't frickin' not do anything. I thought about it.
Well, later I want to do the food storage thing again when I can. be as ready as possible, but still think the internet will be up for a few more years. Here we are with candlelight off the grid discussing the end of the grid.
Well,
Oh
I'm not
dear
even
God.
talking about the end of the grid. It could continue. It's the
Well, they could have a controlled war with grid still up,
oh, they could have a shit
and
ton
be
of stuff.
commanding people
Yeah.
into a draft.
But guess
And
what? No matter
all
what they
types of
do, they're
psycho shit.
fucking us.
Put
They're always fucking us. And what's funny is that people think that these motherfuckers give a shit about them. You know, freaking, that's what's hilarious. That's the irony of everything.
so
Is
he's
that,
gonna
like, not only.
he's gonna be utilizing artificial intelligence, or I think some of the questions are, what is this implications of artificial intelligence under the Trump administration? Anyway, Elon Musk, space. He's fucking he's another transhumanist. Gonna go into a little portal room, jump over to the dark side of the moon. When they blow everything up, no, it's like some out of a movie.
Yeah, it's gonna be really ironic that they figure out that we're in a freaking, portal, freaking damn, freaking hologram. We're a video game.
Yeah, I mean somebody could. It's terrifying to think, but yeah,
It's
someone
not
could,
terrifying to think. It
I haven't
actually
said it
has
yet.
a lot
I
of
haven't said it yet.
scientific backing.
A false flag where they do blame it on some Muslim group or person, and they start doing some.
It's gonna happen, dude.
Um,
It's coming really soon. Dude, they freaking okay, the Muslim ban or whatever was not a thing they just did. It was a preemptive thing. This is leading up to
Right.
something much bigger that's going to start a war between white people and fucking brown people again. And we're going to go on a campaign to wipe out Muslims. Dude, and there's going to be freaking internment camps in this country that Muslim. I mean, dude, it's gonna happen. It's already set in motion.
but they already blurred the line between Middle Eastern and Muslim. So am I
Yep.
going to then?
You might really have a lot to be worried about, seriously, Alex, because this shit is not looking good, even in your favor, or just like from being an dude. People could start I mean, what the fuck? I mean, like freaking. I'm a white dude, and I'm scared. The fuck's going on? If I was brown or any shade of brown, dude, I mean that's exactly why I'm fucking pissed. Mostly, it's because I got to fucking freaking as a white dude. It's kind of freaking stupid that, but I'm not like an anti-fi or an anti-racist dude or whatever, dude. But fuck this shit, dude. I mean, like, seriously. I mean, like, what the fuck? It's almost like I have to, like, come into action sometimes. Your shit's legit, and that's exactly why no one likes it. If people liked it, it wouldn't be legit. Like, seriously, though. I mean, like, seriously. Dick Dale, dude. I've been listening to surf rock, like Dick Dale shit, and fucking like, and that shit was like famous for like 2 years, and then the British invasion killed it. It's the same deal. It was like the best guitar players on the planet, and they influenced people like freaking Jimi Hendrix and like all kinds of motherfuckers, right? And fucking, but they were never popular. Like really, they were never popular. Freaking, that's why they were so good. That's the most influential people ever are the least popular people. It's proven fact. Look at anything. So not being popular only gets you poor and broke. But it does give you legitimacy, dude. It gives you like something like real, dude, because that's real shit. But just saying. If you were to freaking break through and do shit, dude, then it wouldn't be your words wouldn't be worth anything, But by being who you are is what gives you the legitimacy you have, By being where you are and who you are, and freaking,
So I'm at the 10,000
you could have a
range.
bunch of people that like it but don't respect it, I mean, like, you could have 5 followers. Imagine this. If you had 5 people that you affected their lives in great ways, you know, just from your shit, dude, that's worth it to me, dude. I mean, like, there probably definitely
I'm
is at least
affecting
5
like
people.
thousands online.
We affect your 1,000 people are
So-
seeing you, but actually affecting people.
Affecting.
Yeah, like
Because
I
not
bet
all-
you
not
that
all the
you at
videos-
least have 5 people that
No.
actually watch your videos that are actually like, dude, you know, and are actually being like watching them and actually being affected by your
Right.
videos.
But they're not all. They're not.
That's enough for me, man. That seems cool. You
I'm
know,
not talking about a few hundred people watching one video or another. There'll be some other video on some archon or
oh, your
spiritual
old videos
topic.
or some shit.
Some
yeah.
they'll randomly find that they might need to hear it.
Yeah.
They're not a viewer.
At the
they're
random
just
time.
randomly on
Yeah.
YouTube, and that's how synchronicity works. So the idea
Yeah.
is to do good shit to secure my fucking life. The whole plan that I have, that I believe in as a real messenger, in my opinion, keep serving the. I actually talk about it in the video, keeping an asset to the creator.
Yeah,
That's it the whole time. And until other people start trying to be an asset to the creator, save yourself. And that's what I was trying to say.
Don't try to think too much in the future, dude. I'm done with it. I'm done freaking worrying about it. That's why I'm gonna get you have your camper, I'm gonna have my teardrop, and if we have to bail, we're just gonna bail.
Let's calmly,
dude.
We're not.
Let's just adapt and stop fucking around and worrying about this shit.
Okay.
But dude, we are fucking sick and tired of fucking white supremacy. I'm fucking sick and tired of people ignoring it and fucking treating it like it's something. You know,
Ultimately, then I think there'd be a lot of 9/11 truthers, and I don't believe there are. I believe there's not, because I've been.
There's
one.
gonna be a movement,
Okay.
and people.
Okay, then hopefully they'll remember me and go, dude, this guy was on it back then. I hope it'd be remembered when I'm 50, because I was on this shit early on.
There's gonna have to be a movement of this exposure of white supremacy, dude.
Okay.
I mean, we're in the straight fascism territory right now already, and you know it. I mean, it's not like that big a freaking much stride to freaking start freaking, you know, doing that type of shit. Rounding motherfuckers up and shit, dude. I mean, like, seriously. No one's gonna give you... Alex, there's just one thing you're gonna have to understand. No one is gonna give you credit for any of this stuff while you're alive. Dude, but I believe that, like, all this stuff, all this information...
It's already even there.
Yeah, and all this, like, philosophy and everything that you've gathered is really important, and it's not going to be something you're going to benefit from.
The YouTube channel...
It's just something you are, dude, and that's why it's good. That's why people are going to see much value in it, you know, a lot longer down the road when you're dead, basically, is because it was real, because it wasn't made for a benefit. It was made to freaking be real, you know. It's true though, dude. I mean, like, if you want to be the best you can be, you have to sacrifice that freaking acknowledgement of what you've done. I mean, just look at history.